Nadia? Yeah? Well, that's good. Okay, so you can construct a big temple for us in Scotland. And more people can come. And then you'll go back to Godhead. Everyone who comes to the temple will go back to Godhead. And all the devotees in the temple will go back to Godhead. Oh, it's a special day today, so we're going to read a little bit from our calendar, which has the so it's Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah, so Lakshmi Shadya Rasayatra, Krishna's Shadya Rasayatra, Murari Gupta, and Lakshmi Puja in Damodar.
Okay.
Quite a lot.
Okay. I'll read it quickly. Where have you come from?
Actually, except we come from Gujarat in India, but right now we are based in London.
Kemcho.
Bas majama.
Happy Saturday.
Coming so.
I don't know what I just said, but
हमेशा मजा में.
So you just here for the day?
Yeah.
Nice to see you. So it's Krishna Saradi Rasayatra. This is Lord Krishna's awesome rasa dance with the gopis in Vrindavan. On this day, the deities of Vrindavan are nicely decorated in white, and Krishna Leela dramas are enacted. So maybe you can do that later on. Yeah. Shrimarari Gupta, a disciple of Sri Chandrasekhar Acharya, possessed extraordinary ability. He had an intimate lifelong relationship with Lord Chaitanya. Although senior in class, Gauri Gupta would always lose in debates with Srimad and Pandit. During one heated argument, they began pushing each other. The scuffle continued into the Ganges. They stirred up so much mud that the ladies couldn't fill their pots, and Brahmins couldn't bathe properly. At the nightly kirtans in Srivasanga, Murari Gupta pleased Gaura Hari with melodious chanting of the Bhagvatam. He would also sing and dance expertly. So there is a way of dancing. Actually, you can dance expertly, or you can dance like an amateur. So you don't know how to dance then. Murari Gupta served Sri Chaitanya in all his Nadia Leelas. It was his desire to lead his body before the disappearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but the Lord forbade him to do so. Lord Chaitanya exhibited his Varaha form in the house of Murari Gupta, and Murari offered his prayers in great ecstasy. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exhibited his Mahaprakash form, he appeared before Murari Gupta as Lord Ramachandra. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu were sitting together in the house of Sri Vastako, Murari Gupta first offered his respects to Lord Chaitanya and then to Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu, however, was older than Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and therefore Lord Chaitanya remarked that Murari Gupta violated social etiquette, for he should have first shown respect to Nityananda Prabhu and then to him. In this way, by the grace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Murari Gupta was informed about the position of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, and the next day offered obeisances first to Lord Nityananda and then to Lord Chaitanya. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu once gave chewed betel nuts to Murari Gupta. Once Murari Gupta offered foodstuffs to Lord Chaitanya that were cooked with excessive ghee, and the next day the Lord became sick and went to Murari Gupta for treatment. Lord Chaitanya accepted some water from his water pot, and thus he was cured. Lord Chaitanya once tested Murari Gupta's attention to his worship of Lord Ramachandra. Lord Gaurasthanda preached to Murari about the Supreme Krishna and take shelter of him. Nothing but his service can satisfy the mind. Although Murari Gupta became somewhat inclined towards Sri Krishna, the thought of losing Lord Ramachandra's association devastated him. That night, he prayed to Lord Ram to take his life. He asked for this because he couldn't stop serving Ram, nor could he defy Sri Chaitanya's request. After crying all night, Murari approached Lord Chaitanya and said, "What should I do? I have sold my head to the lotus feet of Lord Ramachandra. But if I break your order to worship Lord Sri Krishna, then what can I do?" Smiling, Gaura replied, "All glories to Murari Gupta. You are so fixed in your worship that even my request couldn't turn your mind. This is exactly the type of love and affection a servitor must have for the lotus feet of the Lord. Even if the Lord wants separation, and the devotee cannot abandon the shelter of his lotus feet. Just to test your firm faith in your Lord, I repeatedly asked you to change your worship from Lord Ram to Lord Krishna. You are the incarnation of Hanuman, the eternal servant of Lord Ram. Therefore, why should you give up your worship of Lord Ram?
Okay.
Another time, Lord Chaitanya showed his form as Lord Ramachandra with Janaki, Lakshman, and a host of monkeys reciting prayers. Seeing himself among those monkeys in his original form as Hanuman, Murari Gupta fainted. In Katwa, when Lord Chaitanya took sannyas, Murari stood by weeping like a child. And when Srimad Mahaprabhu moved to Jagannath-puri, Murari and his wife would come every year to relish the Lord's company. Shri Murari Gupta never accepted charging from friends, nor did he accept money from anyone. He practiced as a physician and maintained his family with his earnings. As Murari Gupta treated his patients, by his mercy, both their bodily and their spiritual diseases subsided. He could treat both bodily and spiritual disease because he was a physician by profession and a great devotee of the Lord in terms of spiritual advancement. Sri Murari Gupta belonged to the Vaidya physician family of Sri Hat, the paternal home of Lord Chaitanya, and later became a resident of Navadvip. He wrote the first biography of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, an important Sanskrit work entitled Sri Chaitanya Charita Mahakavya. Interesting to note that Hanuman carried the book to Sanjeevi, which was the greatest medicine. So Murari Gupta was also able to cure people. Lakshmi Puja. Worship of Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune. So the best Lakshmi Puja is out. You have a little window here, and you fill it with the best Lakshmi Puja. That's good enough for Puja. And it's also Damodar Mass, the month of Damodar. During this month, the devotees remember the pastime of Mother Yashoda binding Shah Krishna. Devotees sing the Damodarastika song every day and offer candles or lamps to a picture of Sri Krishna as Damodar. So question, why do we sing Radha Damodar and not Yashoda Damodar? Why don't we sing Yashoda Damodar? We sing Radha Damodar instead. Jana, you know things, don't you? Very well. Why do we sing Radha, not Yashoda?
When we
Yashoda Damodar.
when we sing Damodar Ashtakam Prabhu, in last stanza, it says that all obeisances to the most beloved of Krishna, Sri Radhika. So since it is she is most beloved of Krishna, we chant her.
It's a little bit more to it than that. If you know the pastime, what actually happened was they kept trying to tie Krishna, and the rope was too small. And then eventually they took a rope from Radharani that she used to tie her hair, and when they tied that to the rope, then Krishna was bound. So it was the rope from Radharani that bound Krishna. So Mother Yashoda would have been able to bind Krishna and Radharani, so that's why we sing. Would you put that up? Thank you very much. Reading from Srimad Bhagvatam, 7th canto. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
So we're reading from the chapter 9, Prahlad pacifies the Lord with prayers. And it's text 42. 3.
42 we did yesterday.
Okay. Just checking. Nobody was sleeping. Yesterday we had Prabhupada, didn't we?
Yeah,
okay. Naivo Dvijay Para
Duratyaya Vaitaranyas.
Naivo Dvijay Para Duratyaya Vaitaranyas.
Naivo Dvijay Para Duratya Vaitaranyas. Tvad
Vira
Virya
Dayana
Gayana
Mahamrita
Mahamrita
Magna
Magna
Shita
Chitta
Tvad-viryakaya Namahambita Magna Chita
Tvarviryagaya Namahamrita Magna Chitta
Shoche
Shoche
Tato
Tato
Vimukha
Vimukha
Chetasa
Chetasa
Indriyata
Indriyartha
Shoche Tato Vimukha Chetasa Indriyata
Shoche Tato Vimukha Chetasa Indriyartha
Maya
Maya
Sukhaya
Sukhaya
Param
Haram
Udvahato
Udvahato
Vimudhan
Vimudhan
Maya Sukhaya Param Udvahato Vimudhan
Mahaya Sukhaya Bharamudvahato Vimudhan
Naivo Vijay Paradurachaya Vaitaranya
Naivo Dvije Paradurataya Vaitaranya
Adviryagaya Namahamritamagna Chita
Tvadviryagaya Namahamritamagna Chitta
Soche Tato Vimukha Chetasa Indriyata
Shoche Tato Vimukha Chetasa Indriyartha
Maya Sukhaya Varam Udvahato Vimudhan
Maya Sukhaya Bharamudvahato Vimudhan
Naivo Vijay
Na
Paradurachaya Vaitaranya
Naivo Dvije Paraduratya Vaitaranya
Adviryagaya Namahamritamagna Chita
Tvadviryagaya Namahamritamagna Chitta
Soche Tato Vimukha Chetasa Indriyata
Shoche Tato Vimukha Chetasa Indriyartha
Maya Sukhaya Bharam Udvahato Vimudhan
Maya Sukhaya Bharamudvito Vimudhan Naivo Dvije Paraduratya Vaitaranyas Tvadviryagaya Namahamritamagna Chitta
Adviryagaya Namahamritamagna Chita
Shoche Tato Vimukha Chetasa Indriyartha
Soche Tato Vimukha Chetasa Indriyata
Maya Sukhaya Bharam Udvato Vimudhan
Maya Sukhaya Varam Udvahato Vimudhan
Naivo Dvije Paraduratya Vaitaranyas
Adviryagaya Namahamritamagna Chita Soche Tato Vimukha Chetasa Indriyata Maya
Maya Sukhaya
Sukhaya Varam
Bharamudvato Vimudhan
Na
Na
Not
Not
Eva
Eva
Certainly
Certainly
Udvijay
Udvijay
I am disturbed or afraid
I am disturbed or afraid
Para
Para
O Supreme
O Supreme
Duratyaya
Duratyaya
insurmountable or very difficult to cross
insurmountable or very difficult to cross
Vaitaranya
Vaitaranya
of the Vaitarani, the river of the material world.
of the Vaitarani, the river of the material world.
Tva-Hariya
Tvatvirya
of your Lordship's glorious activities.
of your Lordship's glories and activities.
Gayana,
Gayana,
from chanting or distributing.
from chanting or distributing.
Mahamrita,
Mahamrita,
in the great ocean of nectarian spiritual bliss.
in the great ocean of nectarian spiritual bliss.
Magnachita,
Magna Chitta,
whose consciousness is absorbed.
whose consciousness is absorbed.
Soche,
Soche,
I am simply lamenting.
I am simply lamenting.
Tata,
Tata,
from that.
from that.
Vimukha Chetasa,
Vimukha Chetasa,
the fools and rascals who are bereft of Krishna consciousness.
the fools and rascals who are bereft of Krishna consciousness.
Indriya Artha,
Indriyartha,
in sense gratification.
in sense gratification.
Maya Sukhaya,
Maya Sukhaya,
for temporary illusory happiness.
for temporary illusionary happiness.
Varam,
Haram,
the false burden of responsibility,
the false burden of responsibility,
of maintaining one's family, society, and nation, and elaborate arrangements for that purpose.
the false burden of family, society, and nation, and elaborate arrangements for that purpose.
Udvahata,
Udvahata,
who are lifting
who are lifting
by making grand plans for this arrangement.
by making grand plans for this arrangement.
Vimudam,
Vimudhan,
although of them are nothing but fools, although all of them are nothing but fools and rascals,
although all of them are nothing but fools and rascals,
I am thinking of them also.
I am thinking of them also.
Translation: O best of the great personalities, I am not at all afraid of material existence. Wherever I stay, I am fully absorbed in the thoughts of your glorious activities. My concern is only for the fools and rascals who are making elaborate plans for material happiness and maintaining their families, societies, and countries. I am simply concerned with love for them. So responsibly praise. O best of the great personalities,
O best of the great personalities,
I am not at all afraid of material existence.
I am not at all afraid of the material existence.
For wherever I stay,
For wherever I stay,
I am fully absorbed in the thoughts of your glorious activities.
I am fully absorbed in the thoughts of your glories and activities.
My concern is only for the fools and rascals
My concern is only for the fools and the rascals
who are making elaborate plans
who are making elaborate plans
for material happiness
for material happiness,
and maintaining their families,
maintaining their families,
societies, and countries.
societies, and countries.
I am simply concerned
I am simply concerned
with love for them.
with love for them.
Papa Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
So Srila Prabhupada, he does quote Maharaj quite well, and this is one of the key verses, because there's Bhaitananandi, there's Gostinandi. So we're Bhaitanandis and also Gostinandis. We like to do the bhajan, but then we like to try and put this also. Papa Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Throughout the entire world, everyone is making big plans to adjust the visuals of the material world. And this is true at present, in the past, and in the future. Nonetheless, although they make elaborate political, social, and cultural plans, they've all been described here as the Muda, fools. Buddha is fool, and being Buddha is like a very foolish thing. The material world has been described in Bhagavad Gita as dukkhalayam ashasvata, temporary and visible. But these fools are trying to turn the material world into sukhalaya, a place of happiness, not knowing how everything acts by the arrangement of material nature, which works in their own way. Prakriti kriyamani, guna kamani sabasa, ahankara buddha vakana. The bewildered spirit soul, under the influence of the three modes of material nature, thinks himself the guru of activities that are, in actuality, carried out by nature. So that's Bhagavad Gita chapter 27. So I'll just break there for now. Om Agana Kunalanda Shagana Vinashanakaya Chuchunandikanyana Tasmai Shri Guru Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobustam Stapidam Bhutale Swarupa Vidamaya Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Vedanta Shri Vasari Gaura Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So right now we're going through a book called Shuddha Bhakti Chintani by Shri Brahmaraj, and we do that on Tuesday nights, 6:30 to 7:30. Everyone's welcome to attend. And what came up the last time? We were talking about beaches. Seeds that are there now. So a beach is like a plant. So Srila is saying here that people's hearts are full of these anyabhilasitas, beaches, which means so many plans for unwanted things, and so many plans which will fail, because the idea is, I just shared a quote yesterday actually. It says, it's amazing how everybody is living their life as if they're eternal. Everyone accepts that there's only this, well, people are thinking this is only the one lifetime that they've got, but the way they're wasting their time, it's as if they think they're going to live eternally. It's like, if you've only got a set amount of time, you think this is your only life, and you be very careful not to use it, but people just waste their time. One time, the devotees were walking with Srila Prabhupada, and they were playing golf. And Srila Prabhupada said, what are they doing? And they said, they're playing golf, Srila Prabhupada. And he goes, golf? What is golf? He goes, well, what it is, Prabhupada? They've got like this stick that's iron, and it's bent at the end. And they use it to hit the ball to try and get it to go down a small hole in the field. So Prabhupada started crying. Because it's just such a useless waste of time. But they're playing golf like they're going to be there forever. If they only had 3 days left to live, well, maybe they would actually. Maybe they would play golf because they wouldn't know what else to do. But if you've only got 3 days to live and you're a devotee, you would be playing golf and you're trying to chant Hare Krishna as much as you could. So all these unwanted things that are there in our heart, these seeds, are plans for how I will get material enjoyment. I'll get married to Mr. Universe, I have 10 kids, massive house. That's a beach that's there, an unwanted thing that's in the heart. And we'll find some amazing elixir and we'll live forever, or at least another 5 years. So the influence of the material energy is that it bewilders the spirit self and it makes him think that he can make all these plans. There is a plan for material nature, personally known as Durga, to punish the demons. Although the Asuras, the godless demons, struggle for existence, they are directly attacked by the goddess Durga, who is well equipped with 10 hands with different types of weapons to punish them. She is carried by a lion carrier, by the modes of passion and ignorance. Everyone struggles very hard to fight through the modes of passion and ignorance and conquer material nature. But at the end, everyone is vanquished by nature's laws. So that's Durga. So we don't approach Durga, we approach hair-loaded Master Krishna. And then when Krishna is pleased, then they will automatically be pleased that we're approaching. In fact, Durga is more pleased if we approach Krishna than if we approach him. There is a river known as the Vaidyanani between the material and spiritual worlds, and one must cross this river to reach the other side of the spiritual world. This is an extremely difficult task. As the Lord says in the Bhagavad Gita, Daivesh Yavani, Manmaya Tarachaya. This divine energy of mind, consisting of the 3 modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome. The same word, Tarachaya, meaning very difficult, is used here. Therefore, one cannot surpass the stringent laws of material nature except by the mercy of the Supreme Lord. Nonetheless, Although all materialists are baffled in their plans, they try again and again to become happy in this material world. Therefore, they have been described as Vimuta, first-class fools, not just an ordinary fool, but first-class one. As for the Lord Maharaj, he was not at all unhappy, for although he was in the material world, he was full of Krishna consciousness. Those who are Krishna conscious, trying to serve the Lord, are not unhappy, whereas one who has no assets in Krishna consciousness is struggling for existence, is not only foolish, but extremely unhappy also. Prahlad Maharaj was happy and unhappy simultaneously. He felt happiness and transcendental bliss because he was being Krishna conscious, and he felt great unhappiness for the fools and rascals who make elaborate plans to be happy in this material world. Shishikona Dhanavai Krishna. Any questions or comments?
You mentioned a word that I've never heard of before, elixir?
Elixir, yeah. An elixir is it's a special potion. If you ever saw Asterix the Gold, they make this potion as soon as they drink it, they become very strong, like Popeye with the spinach. So the demigods do have an elixir, some of us, when you drink it, then you live longer. But you can't find it here in the material world. There's all kinds of medicines and promises that people give you. Take this and you'll be ill. Take this and it'll completely reduce all brain fog, is the new one now. It's only $10.99. And it lasts 10 days. So for only just over £1 a day, take this and your whole brain fog will be completely finished. Because the reason why everyone's got brain fog is because the food they eat in the first place is so processed that there's no goodness in it anymore. No prana. Prana is when you get something fresh and you eat it, it's got that vitality. When they pick a banana 6 months ago, they freeze it while it's green, they take it across in ships, which takes months, and they leave it in storage. Then, the day before they put it on the shelf, they bring it out and gas it, and it goes on as a fresh banana. But the banana's 6 months old. So when you eat it, you're eating something which is dead. There's nothing alive. And if you keep eating food with no goodness, then you have to bulk out. You have to eat more. And that's why people in the West are bigger, because the food's not got any goodness, so they have to eat more to try and get some energy. And then one of the problems with processing the food is they fill it with gender benders. Do you know what a gender bender is? A gender bender. If you keep eating gender benders, then you change gender, because the preservatives are there on the inside of the can. And then you get very confused. So there's so much processing going on, no nutrition in the food. And Srila Prabhupada also says irregular lifestyle as well. Not having a proper routine in your life, a proper structure, proper plan really, just going from one crazy thing to the next, which is the mode of ignorance and the mode of passion. Now we come up into the mode of goodness. To come up into the mode of goodness, you have to follow 4 basic principles: no illicit sex, no intoxication, no eating meat, and no gambling. If you do these activities, then you go down to the mode of ignorance and the mode of passion. If you refrain from these activities, then you go just by the mechanical process, the consciousness will raise. And then also the area that you're living in, is it tidy? Is it clean? If you go into a person's living area, you can tell by the room what mode of nature the person is in. So if the person's in the mode of ignorance, he won't think the room is untidy. He'll think the cobwebs look quite nice, kind of round off the corners in the room. And the dust is just keeping everything warm, everything's fine. What's the problem, you know? So that's people in the mode of ignorance and passion. Any other questions or comments? So it's also referred to that this society is ugram, which means it's abominable, because the progress it's making is the progress of the body that's decomposing. So if you come back to a body 3 months later, the progress it's made is it's become more rotten than it was 3 months before. So if you have a dead society, no real vitality, no real life, no real meaning or purpose, and that's in a state of decomposition. And the values are decomposing, the meaning is decomposing, the respect is decomposing to the society. Because the society is headless, head has been chopped off. So you have many Shudras, a few Vaishyas that are in key positions, and very, very you'll find a Kshatriya or a Brahmin.
Just a question, Prabhu. In Purport, Srila Prabhupada writes, those who are Krishna conscious, trying to serve the Lord, are not unhappy, whereas one who has no assets in Krishna consciousness and is struggling for existence is not only foolish but extremely unhappy also. So, like, how do we understand this, Prabhu? Like, does devotees never get unhappy? And if they do get unhappy, how do they behave? Like, what should be a devotee's behavior if they're not happy with something?
Well, then he goes on to say that Prahlad was also unhappy. Paradukha.
Paradukha dukhi.
Yeah, so devotees are unhappy to see others suffering. So Prahlad was like that. He could have just thought, serves you right, I'm okay, I'm liberated. Lord's 3 days my power. You're going to get it when you meet the Yamadutas. He could have been like that, but he was concerned for them. And the other thing which strikes me is, if a person is really foolish, he can be so foolish that he doesn't even realize how unhappy he is. Like a camel, he really thinks he's going places because he's chewing thorny leaves. And he's like, this is really good. But what's happening is he's cutting his tongue. And what he can taste is his own blood. So because they engage in sex life as the highest pleasure, that what they discharge is their own blood. So they're enjoying losing their blood, like the camel. I'm thinking that they're enjoying themselves, but they're so foolish. They're thinking that they're really going places and really enjoying themselves. So it's like, it's bad enough being unhappy, and the way you avoid admitting that you're unhappy is you pretend that you are happy. Because there's 4 imperfections of the condition. So the very last one is the tendency to cheat. So if you're really unhappy but you want people to know, then you just cheat. You just put a really good picture of yourself with a fake suntan on Facebook, and you borrow somebody's car and polish it, and you kind of just you ask this lady to pose with you, so it looks like you're really having a great time. But actually, you're really unhappy. Then everybody else sees your Facebook profile and they think, wow, I wish I was like that. So everybody's looking at everybody else and thinking, he's really happy. And that's what the posters are doing with the advertising. They're showing you somebody that's really happy because they've got this. They've got a Magnum ice cream and she's so happy. Or he's got the latest big, it's like 3 foot long this one. You get like 10,000 pops out of it. He's like really happy. Got nice clear white teeth. And he's just had a bath before they took the photo, so he looks okay. He wouldn't have like a whole mustache on the poster and kind of all his teeth missing, yellow skin. Smoke one of these. That pipe everybody off. So everybody's looking, oh, that's what you need to do. If you get that, then you'll be okay. Then you'll be liberated. There'll be no miseries. You'll live forever. You'll be in bliss. You'll be full of knowledge. Just buy this. As long as you buy this, everything's good. And then when you buy it, then the next poster says, do you remember that phone, that iPhone 15? It's rubbish, by the way. Because now we've got the iPhone 16. So just throw that away. Get this. So you get the iPhone 16. And then the next poster says, iPhone 17. And what happens is people keep throwing them. Non-biodegradable. So you end up with this mountain bigger than Everest of non-biodegradable garbage. because everybody, that style's out of fashion now, that music's not cool anymore, we don't eat this anymore. I remember I saw a poster in India, it had a carton of orange juice, and in a star at the side it said 100% chemicals. So people are being told that this is good now. Natural was good, now chemicals is good. And then later on they tell you, no chemicals in this. This is now good. All the time cheating people. And the advertising is meant to plant not beaches in your heart, little plans for enjoyment. You see the car. Yesterday I was in Hamilton, and there's one place called Parks, and they sell Porsches. And do you know how much it costs for a Porsche?
Hundreds of thousands.
£68,000. And there was a guy looking at one of them, and the guy was trying to sell it to me, £68,000 to. So for someone to part with that amount of money, there has to be a seed planted in the first place, and then the plan. Okay, I want to get that car, 68,000. That means I'm going to have to do overtime for the next 300 years. So I'll make sure I'm going to live long enough, then I can get the car. When I get it, the next door neighbour's wife, she'll see me driving past, and she'll think, actually I love him more than my husband, and all these different plans are coming up. And these beads are being planted into the person's heart to motivate them to be a consumer. And if you consume things that only last a certain period of time, and that keeps everything moving in. If you're consuming things that last a lifetime, then you can only sell the person the car once. Like they have a light bulb that lasts a lifetime, and they have a razor blade that lasts a lifetime. But if things don't break down and wear out, then they can't keep selling these things. It builds obsolescence. So we could have society in a different way. All the money that they're spending right now on bombs and defence, the average family, this was years ago, I saw a poster, and it was a family pushing a trolley, and there was a big bomb on the trolley, and it said the average family spends £22 a week on defence. So that's what comes off in the form of tax, and that was years ago. So it's a lot more. So all that cash is being kept in to buy bombs, so that the other countries that are also wasting their cash in buying bombs are afraid that if they have a war with you, that you've got so many bombs will never go away. So all those bombs, billions and trillions of pounds, we could have built parks and schools and all kinds of amazing things.
Temples.
And temples and centres in Edinburgh and Glasgow and all kinds of stuff. We could have hundreds of acres of people helping us do organic, kill-free dairies, and all that money's being wasted right now. But as we go on, as the books go out, the books are also like seeds. When people read them, then they plant seeds in the heart, and the seed is the Bhagavatam beach. And the Bhagavatam beach is the rules and regulations that you follow inside the bhakti to elevate your consciousness up to perfection. That's the beach, the Bhagavatam beach. So by coming in contact with Prabhupada's book, assimilating the information and then implementing it, the beach is starting to be cultivated. And maybe in not in one lifetime, but at least Swasti Ayana, at least you start on the auspicious journey. That's why the Shuddha Bhakti Chintamani by Sri Rama's is very good, because it's showing you what will threaten the beach. And you're coming in a line from Rupa Goswami and Rupa Nugas, so there's the nectar of instruction. And in that he's pointing out how we can navigate through this terrain in the material world and the society of devotees in such a way that we can be respectful to everybody, but we're careful about who we reveal our minds to. who we really want to take inspiration from. If you're a Kanishka, then don't take other Kanishkas as your Uttama. Understand you're respectful, you know you're not so advanced yourself, you know they're not so advanced either, so it's nice that they have their opinion, but you're more interested in the association of Majjhima and Uttama Adhikaris. Because they'll be the ones that can pull you up. Most Kanishkas, they're all just like, fighting with each other or competing with each other.
How do you tell which is?
One of the easiest dimensions for measuring a person's station is the dimension of time. If a person has been really fired up for the last 3 months, that's nice, but is still really fired up 30 years later. So, as we grow older in the ISKCON society, there'll be more and more Vanaprasthas starting to come up with the other ashrams who've renounced everything, and they'll be the real source of shelter and mentoring in the society. We go to our grannies and our granddads, and we say, and they'll say, well, I've been through the same thing, do this, do that, everything will be fine. That's what we need now, Jack, which is why we're saying we need more grannies in this time. Because grannies are good, they've been through it, and they don't have any motivation other than to try and help and to try and teach. And also Uttama Adhikari as well, they're the ones that we want to take initiation from. So they've been studying for like 40, 50 years, and by their association they're able to manifest amazing things and inspire people to take up Krishna consciousness. Then you go to Uttama Adhikari. And they've stood the test of time. What's actually happening in ISKCON is, if you'll notice, although we've had devotees that have given up their positions due to pressure and unforeseen circumstances, but what has emerged as a nucleus of devotees who have been very, very strong and steady all the way through their life as devotees. And then as leaders fall away, these become self-effulgent. And then it's very easy to see, okay, taking instruction from this person, taking instruction from him. And they're able to give us access, a deeper understanding of Srila Prabhupada's books, because they've so fully realized what it is that Prabhupada's offering us. And they can fast track us actually in our spiritual progress, because they can say straight away, don't keep doing like that, it won't do you any good. And do like that, hang out with these devotees, don't hang out with them. And it's coming up now in Srila Chintamani that one of the important aspects of sadhana is to go out and distribute books, to go out and share the holy name, distribute prashadam, but just come in contact with Joe public. That's what Prahlad is saying. He could just be happy in his comfort zone and he could just stay back and chant bhajans all day. But his concerns, and he says he has love. So it's interesting, if you actually have love for Krishna, I'm concerned with love for them. So if you love Krishna, then you love everybody. But if you love everybody and you don't love Krishna, then you don't really love anybody. So once you've realized your loving relationship with Krishna, then you're really aware of how much people are suffering and actually how unhappy people are, because they're not tuned in to the reality of life, and in that stirs compassion. But that can only come if we've experienced it ourselves, if we're feeling that loving shelter, and then we feel compassion. And that's the best reason to want to go out and to try and help other people out of compassion and love for them. And sometimes it's a nice contrast. You're back in the temple and you have services to do, and then you go out. Maybe you have maybe if it's hard for you to sell the books, you just get some books sponsored, and you take about 10 books, and you think, okay, I'm going to give these to 10 people, and you just approach people who are giving these out today. Because even that's good, they still get the book. Funny enough, the person who gets the book generally doesn't read it. They say it's passed on to 5 other people. Well, the 5th person is the one who reads the book, so they get the book. they ended someone, they ended someone, and then finally, and they're the one that actually reads it. So the main thing isn't whether you sell a book or not, but just that the books go out. And by coming out of the temple and meeting people and seeing there's so much in the frenzy, people are running this way, and people are running this way. Srila Prabhupada saw them all doing this in the cars, and all driving that way and driving this way. And Prabhupada says, why don't they just all meet in the middle and sell their business? They're all flying past each other. All the good goes to my home. So I stopped somebody the other day in the Dasa, finally they stopped. I said, what is the problem? What is the rush? And he goes, oh, we're very well get to something. Oh yeah, there was some party going on or something, we have to get there for the party. So, well, they'll always look at you and you won't even notice when you're there. Why is so much anxiety? You know? They say that along the path, the road of life, be careful to stop and smell the roses. So if you're in such a hurry, you won't even see the roses, never mind smell. But to do that, you have to be in the way of goodness. So personally, myself, when I first saw the devotees, I'd seen people on drugs, and I thought that was it. That's what I'm looking for. And then I saw people with money, and I was thinking that's what I'm looking for. And I saw somebody with a beautiful wife, I thought maybe that's what I'm looking for. But when I saw the devotees on Harinam, then I really thought that's actually what I'm looking for. That's what I want. I want to experience what they're experiencing. I want to be where they are. I want to feel so confident and so blissful that I can come out into the public with a bed sheet on and a bald head and double yellow lines on my forehead and not care. That's what I want. I want to be like that, you know. So by us going out and giving people books and knowing that they can become attracted, and then we'll put that beach in their heart. We'll plant it. Maybe they won't do much this lifetime. There was one man, he was telling the devotees actually, he's got an office on Soho Street. Every Saturday night, he's now in that party go past him. And he says he's also having to work overtime in the office. And he said, you can't believe how much I wanted to just burst out of that office and just join you guys, just dance with you. That's not here at work. And money, I need money, I've got to pay for this, I've got to make sure this person needs money from me and that person, therefore. And he was doing his work, sitting there in that bike going past, thinking, wow. Like when the birds fly past, when they do that V shape, they just fly past that head off. I think they go south, don't they? And they're just free, they can just go. And we're here, we can't fly, we're just tied down, responsibility. So just by going out doing Harinam, going out distributing books, it creates that beach in people's hearts. That's what I want. That's actually what I'm looking for. Maybe not much will happen this lifetime, but because it's there now, that seed, then she cross it will fructify, and then you just have to cultivate it. And then it will penetrate through the 7 layers of the universe, and bring us to the lotus feet of Krishna and Goloka. Jai. ISKCON Guru ki
Jai.
Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Gaur Prema.
His Grace Adhoksaja Krishna Prabhu ki.
Gaur Prema.